Prince Charles and Camilla honor the bravest of the brave at a service for the recipients of the Victoria and George Cross in London. The Prince of Wales and the Duchess of Cornwall today attended the reunion service for the Victoria Cross and George Cross Association at St Martin in the Fields in London's Trafalgar Square. Some of the bravest of the brave who have won the UK's highest awards for gallantry have been remembered at a special service. There were 20 recipients of the Victoria Cross or the George Cross, along with widows and families of those who have posthumously received the honours, at the tribute. Camilla, 70, looked her stylish best in a formal cream jacket with an elegant embroidered trim. However, the piece de resistance was of course her oversized straw hat decorated with a band of dramatic ostrich feathers. The Prince, 69, is president of the Victoria Cross and George Cross Association, and wore 10 of his medals to the event today. His military accolades range from medals commemorating his mother's reign on the throne, to personal military service awards, and he wore all of his badges with pride. The couple were joined. Metropolitan Police Commissioner joined the service of remembrance and rededication where hymns were sung and prayers for world peace, the Queen, country and Commonwealth, were said. Major Dominic Trulin, 55, was attending after he was awarded the George Cross in 2017 for repeatedly risking his life to save about 200 people during a deadly Kenyan terrorist attack. The retired officer, who served for 2 decades in the Special Forces, returned a dozen times to the Westgate shopping mall in Nairobi in 2013 to search for survivors and lead them to safety, after al-Shabaab extremists stormed the center armed with machine guns and grenades. Mr. Trulin described his debut appearance, including meeting the other attendees and chatting with Charles, as an out-of-body experience, humbling and fascinating. He said, "Nobody talks about their actions, but there is a camaraderie that I can see. They are great friends. I am very proud to be here and have been welcomed along with my family." Mr. Trulin said the humbling thing for him was the many ordinary people who stepped in to help as the nightmare unfolded at the shopping mall. He said, "This medal is not just about me, it is about lots of other people." The nation's military and civilian heroes are remembered at the service, which is held every 2 years to reflect on sacrifices made in the service of others. The last post and reveille were also performed during the solemn event, which supports the Victoria Cross and George Cross Association. The elite group of invited guests included Johnson Bahai, who in 2005 became the first living recipient of the Victoria Cross since 1965. The private, from 1st Battalion the Princess of Wales's Royal Regiment, was awarded the honor for 2 separate acts of outstanding gallantry to rescue his comrades in Iraq in 2004. He suffered serious head injuries. The Victoria Cross, VC, is the highest military decoration awarded for valor in the face of the enemy to members of the armed forces. The George Cross, GC, is the highest civil decoration and is awarded to those who have displayed the greatest heroism or the most conspicuous courage whilst in extreme danger. The Prince of Wales, who has been president of the Victoria Cross and George Cross Association since 2003, later hosted a tea party at St James's Palace for the veterans and their families. They all posed for a group portrait which they will each receive as a keepsake. The royal couple arrived at Kensington Palace on Monday via helicopter ahead of Prince Harry and Meghan's nuptials on Saturday. Charles and Camilla will stay in close proximity to Harry and Meghan's cottage in the grounds of the palace in the run-up to Saturday. Just hours later the Duchess of Cornwall took part in her first engagement since returning to London. The 70-year-old royal attended the NHS Heroes Awards at the London Hilton Park Lane accompanied by old friend Paul O'Grady. The event coincides with the 70th anniversary of the NHS and will recognise the heroism of both professionals and members of the public.